Traditionally, we would have our toes facing forward, but if you need to have your toes facing out a little bit to the 45, that is perfectly fine. The biggest thing I want you to worry about is your knees. I want you to make sure when you bend your knees right now, kind of look down and see if you can take the middle of the knee towards the second and third toe. That's going to help your alignment and also the knee pain, if you have any in your joints, and this is going to help with the long-term knee function. When we bend those knees, we're going to push the shins towards the toes a little bit. Tailbone goes down. Engage the inner thighs and the outer. So squeeze the inner thighs together. Take your hands to the outside thighs and try to press the outside thighs into your hands. And then relax a little bit. You don't have to hold it like you're tensing everything. It's just a little bit of an engagement, and back up. Shins towards toes. Try to press big toe and little toe into the floor as well as the heels. We're not going to focus as much on this all the time. I just really want you to allow for healthy knee function. All right. So to continue with our movements, we're going to bring our hands together, sort of in an Andala Mudra or a prayer hands, and we're going to go back and forth, opening up our wrists. You can watch the hand, you can look forward, you can close the eyes. And as you do this, I want you to breathe deeply all the way down into your belly. See if you can move your belly button away from your spine when you breathe in. And when you gently breathe out, draw that belly button closer to the spine. Try it again. Gentle throat, soft eyes. All right, we're going to let those hands come in the middle. We're going to separate the hands and just keep the fingertips touching, and then we're going to roll those fingertips down and let the wrists come towards each other. Elbows can come down a little, and then up, down, and up. Good. And we're going to separate those hands again, roll the wrists one way and then the other. Wiggling the fingers. I'm going to clasp those hands and we're going to push the palms away, breathing in and out. Then we're going to lift those hands up overhead, breathing in. Let the hands separate and come down by the sides. Breathe out. Coming up, breathe in. And breathe out, come down. One more, breathe in, and then reclasp those hands up overhead. Push the palms away. Breathe in. Bend your knees a little bit, and we're going to exhale and twist to the left side. Inhale, unwind. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center, and hands come down. Good. Last week we worked a lot on our twisting tree trunk. We're going to be continuing that. So we're going to let our spine slowly warm up by just a soft side to side motion. Moving our side to side. Knees are bent, keeping those knees stable. So it's just in your spine. Hands can slap. Just going slow. Don't have to go very fast. Eyes can close if you get dizzy by looking at things, or you can just let them be very soft. They're not going to focus on any particular thing. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good, and letting those hands come down to the sides. Bending your knees, hands come down. We're going to inhale up and exhale down. Good. Inhale up and exhale down. Returning to the hands, the palms are going to face the heart. We're going to breathe out, push away. Breathe in, let them come in, bend the elbows. Exhale, push away. And breathe in. Just doing this push and pull. Imagine that you can breathe all the way through the channels of your body, all the way down. Through all the veins, all the nerves, the muscles and the bones. Good. Now we're going to take our hands out. Big breath in, big breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more. Good. Bring those hands down to the sides. We're going to warm up our ankles and our feet. So we're just going to point the toe and lean our body to one side, then come back, point the toe and lean to the other. Going side to side. Good. The next time you point a toe, pivot it a little bit so you can place that foot on the floor and you can go up and down, pointing and flexing. Wiggling the toes, scrunch and release. And figuring out how you would like to roll this ankle. You can keep the heel on the floor, you can come to the ball of the foot, you can lift the foot up off the floor and roll the ankle. Whichever way works for you today. Both directions. And then go to the other one. Point and flex, point and flex. Wiggle the toes, scrunch and release. And deciding how you want to roll your ankle. One way and then the other. Good. Coming back into your horse stance, we're going to slightly bend those knees and swish the hips side to side, unbending one leg at a time. If you've had joint replacements, please only do what feels right to your body. We're going to do a hip circle. So what I mean by that is we're going to shift the hips to one way, bring the hips back, shift to the other side, and then wrap it around to the forward. Big circle. Bend your knees. Make it about the hips. Not about the knees doing the circle or the chest. It's about the hips. Good. Pause. Go the other way. Round and round. Pausing, coming back into the middle. We're going to inhale and take our hands up overhead, and we're going to come towards our tippy toes. So lean your body weight towards the balls of your feet and then come back down to your heels. We're going to do that side to side, up and down, forward and back. So here we are doing the forward and back, and now we're going to go side to side, shift side to side, rolling on the feet. Now we're going to be adding our hands. We're going to come up to the balls of the feet. Inhale, lift up, squeeze ankles towards each other, and then come down. Good. Again, lifting up and coming down. One more time. Lift up, tailbone down, draw your navel in, and come down. Good. Let's create our chi movement through our body. We're going to inhale, lift the earth up, And exhale, press it down. Bending your knees is going to work like a pump. You're going to breathe in and out. Breathing in and breathing out. Imagine that you can breathe that energy all the way up through your body into your heart. This particular movement is very good for heart function. Moving the earth. Now we're going to go into pushing the mountain. We're going to bring that earth up to the heart. Turn the palms to face forward and breathe out. Push the earth towards me. Push the mountain. Then you're gathering what still serves you from that mountain and bringing it in and taking it down. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. It's okay if your breath doesn't match mine. You'll get there. Tailbones down, supporting the lower back. Good. We're going to raise that earth up. We're going to cross our hands. Arms are crossing, palms facing you. We're going to breathe out, go to the left first. So we're going to twist, bend your knees a little bit. We're going to twist, the navel leads the way, then the heart, and the hands separate. The left is going to push towards the room behind you, and the right is going to push towards the room in front of you. Inhale, come towards the center, unwind. Re-crisscross. We're going to go to the other side. Breathe in, exhale as you twist, twisting tree trunk to the right side. Inhale to the center, crisscross, hands come down, bend the knees. We're going to breathe in and re-crisscross those hands coming up, lift the wrists very softly up, out, and then they float down the sides. Breathing in the earth and breathing out. We're going to run through those again. I'm going to turn a little bit. Breathing in, breathing out. Pushing the mountain. Breathe out. Breathe in and take it down. Breathing in, breathe out, bringing it in and down. Crisscross the hands. Twisting tree trunk to the left, bend your knees. So it's about the navel, not the knees turning. Helping to support the liver, the kidneys, the gallbladder, the pancreas. When you're ready, twisting tree trunk to the right. Helping digestion. The hands come down. Re-crisscross. Inhale, lift those wrists nice and soft. And softly exhale them down. Good. We're going to inhale as if we're picking up a giant ball in front of us. And we're going to roll the ball, rolling the chi side to side. Feel the weight of the body roll with you side to side, sort of lean one foot and then the other. You might even feel the temperature or the blood pressure change in your feet, going side to side. Good. We're going to inhale that ball up towards our left side. Bring it around, down, and come to center. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll the ball up. Exhale, down, weaving. One more time. Good. Side to side with the ball. Roll it in this infinity loop. Now we're going to take it to the left side. Inhale up, around, and back down. Sort of this oval shape. It's more in almost a diagonal across the body. And bring that chi down into your low dantian. Roll it side to side again. Good. Let that ball settle at the navel, at your low dantian. We're going to breathe in and let those hands move away. Breathe out, smush it back together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Now we're going to do that same kind of motion of the forward, back, side to side. When we were doing the chi ball around, we were sort of more going side to side, maybe a little bit forward and back. This next one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to weave that all the way up, side to side, going up through the body. And then we're going to come back down. So this is going to be our side action. Just feel what that's like, side to side. You can go slower if you want. Just so you notice the difference, side to side. Now we're going to go forward, back. We're going to take this chi ball and we're going to push it forward, let your toes go forward, and then we're going to inhale up, let that ball come overhead, find the heels, and then come straight down, find equal weight on the feet. Let's do that again. Inhale, rock towards your toes a little bit. Bring the chi over the head. You're going to feel yourself lean back to find balance. And then as you bring your hands down, equal weight on both feet in the center of your feet. Let's try that again. If your hands don't go all the way up overhead, that's okay. Use your intention, use your imagination to help you. You're still going to move the chi. You can still move your body with it. If you're sitting in the chair, just rock forward and back, rock your feet, and rock your pelvis. Inhale up. Toes, heels, center. Good. Let's combine the two, the side to side and then the toes and heels. So let's move that chi side to side, go through the low dantian, the middle dantian, the chest area, and the upper dantian, the brain. Let it wind back down, side to side. Pausing in the middle, we're going to inhale, lift it up. Find the heels. Exhale down. Try it again, side to side, all the way up. So for our physical body, we're helping it to reprogram what balance is because we have forgotten, most likely. We're helping the capillaries on the feet. Inhale, come forward. We're helping the bone structure. Heels and down. We're helping the inner ears. Good. One more time, let's try this. I'm not going to give any cues. Feel it in your body. Feel the breath. Rolling that chi. Let it wind up. And when you're ready, let it wind down. Let it find center. Forward toes. Overhead heels. Center all the way down. Good. Let's start at the very beginning, letting yourself settle with this. Bend your knees, we're going to lift the earth. Inhale, gentle wrist, lift up. Exhale down. Breathing in. Push the mountain. Breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out, push down. Hands face up. We're going to inhale, scoop the chi up. Exhale, straight down the center. Good. Crisscross the arms, breathing in. Breathe out, twisting tree trunk left. Breathing in, center. Breathing out, right, twisting tree trunk. Breathing in, center. Exhale, press it down. Inhale, re-crisscross, loose wrists all the way up, out, and down. Gathering that chi ball, side to side, roll it side to side. Now come up through your dantians. Removing that stagnant energy around us. So patterns that make us feel stuck and are no longer serving us can move. Blockages or over pouring sections in the body where our chi has collected, sometimes causing dis-ease or health issues. We're letting those things move and heal. All right, inhale, toes. Exhale, heels. Inhale, center. Exhale, straight down. Pause for a moment, open stance. Feeling the breath coming in and out of the body. Good. If you need to do any movements to release your lower back, your legs, anything that feels right to you or your body's calling to do for you, go ahead and do that. For me, I need a slight forward fold, but for some of you, it may be that your calves are tightening and you need to walk that foot up a wall, or maybe your quads are tightening and you need to move your legs. Maybe you need your hips to move. Maybe you need a wide forward folding stance, which you can use a chair, a wall, or you can hinge down. Make sure that you know if it's safe for your eyes, your head, your heart to come down. And slowly coming down. Or doing any move that feels right to you. Maybe you're getting some water. You can bend your knees, make it more about the lower back versus the legs, taking the tailbone down. When you're ready to come up from any forward folds, slowly come halfway up, unhinging like a doll, letting your blood pressure catch up. Good. For some, you may want to step your feet closer together. For others, you may toe heel. I want you to stand in an open position, closing your eyes, letting your hands rest down by your sides. Feel your breath coming in and out. I'm going to grab some water. Let yourself keep breathing. Check in with everything that has been going on in your practice so far today. Check in with the lower half of the body. The middle part of the body. How's it feeling? The upper half. The sides of the body. The back of the body. The front of the body. When you're ready, slowly opening the eyes, taking in the light, wiggling your fingers, maybe wiggling toes, bringing yourself back into your practice. With any movement classes, such as yoga or Tai Chi, incorporating things like QiGong and meditation and pranayama, breathing practices, we merge not only the health benefits and the accuracy of helping the body and all of its physical ways, but we're also helping the mental and the emotional sides, and sometimes even the spiritual sides. And when we use our breath and our movements, and sometimes even our intention setting, letting all the busyness go to the side and letting yourself focus inward on you, while also detaching from all of the weirdness outside of you, you create this lovely blend for yourself, like a beautiful weaving or a painting of the physical body and everything that's outside, or the added effects to your body. So what we're learning now, the form that we're learning now, is going to help support your body going into the cooler months. We're helping to detox and support our digestion systems and our filtration systems, the kidneys, the liver, the pancreas, the gallbladder, everything that helps filter our body. Our digestion system is very, very smart. It has bacteria and everything that helps not only our blood system, but it even affects our mental capacity. It is well known that gut health affects our memory. They're finding that it helps Alzheimer's and dementia patients on having a better gut health, a better digestion system, and healthier nutrition. So you probably have heard about having better health, having a healthier gut and digestive system. It's not a new thing. It's been studied for thousands of years, especially in the Chinese medicine and the Ayurvedic medicine, some of the oldest forms of healing that we have in this world. And digestion and health was always a big part of it, along with the movement that goes with it. So when we do these slight twists, and you don't have to go as deep as me, I've been doing this a long time and I'm very flexible. So I work on this every day. I'm going to be able to twist almost completely around. You don't have to go there. You're still going to get the effect, even if it's less than an inch. Your body's still going to feel it, okay? So when we do this twist, it's almost like our organs are sponges. We're squeezing them a little bit in a loving way. We're not strangling them. We're gently squeezing them. And then when we come back around, they're filling back up. So it's kind of like when you've been in a stale environment, breathing stale air, and you open up the windows, or you get to go somewhere where it has fresh air and you're like, wow, that feels good, and your lungs really get to expand. We're doing the same thing with our organs. So all the twists that we're doing, the side-to-side movements are helping all the capillaries, the veins, the bone structures from the waist down. When we're taking our hands up and we're moving it, we're not only getting our joints to move, we're moving all of that energy around us, as well as helping the neurons in our brain to feel better. So if you have SADS, if you're affected by the weather and the light going into the cooler months, these movements, anything that's going to come up and down, getting your chest to open, getting this movement is going to help fight that for you. So what we're going to be learning the next few weeks and going into the winter are all the things that are going to help us deal with that, and also to help lower the stress with the pandemic and everything else going on, okay? So let's get back to where we've been. Last week we were working on our balancing. So when we work on our balancing, we usually have a base leg. Even if you're in your chair, you can still work on your balancing. You can also stand by the chair or use a wall if you want. But when we use our balancing effects, we usually have a base leg. And I'm going to start with my right leg being my base leg. That knee is going to be slightly bent. So we don't want it locked back or hyperextended. We want it slightly giving so that you have more mobility. Anything you're going to find in martial arts, Tai Chi, even yoga, you don't want any locked leg position because it's actually going to harm your joints long term. And it actually shuts off your blood flow when you hyperextend. It's like putting a pincher on your veins. We want everything to be fluid. So we're going to have our knees slightly bent, and that's actually going to help create a rocking cushion motion when you do your balancing. Now, off and on, we've done the C-shaped movement. We've done that a couple times. So we're going to do that again to work on our balance, and then we'll go into what we did last week with actually lifting the leg. So we're going to point out our left foot, and then we're going to go side to side with the left foot. Side to side. Let that right leg be slightly bent. We're not really moving the hips right now. Again, if you need to hold on to a piece of furniture, a wall, a railing, there's nothing wrong with that. And you may not be going as far out as I am. Your side to side might be right in front of you. There's nothing wrong with that. Now we're going to go to the side. We're going to go forward and back. Forward and back. Good. You can make it a rounded shape instead of a linear. Let that leg rest. Move your hips side to side. We're going to let our left leg be our base. Point the right toes out, side to side. You can scoot the foot across the floor, or you can lift, whichever floats your boat today. Then we're going to go to the outside. It's going to go back and forward. If you need to bend your knee and do this motion, that is perfectly fine. It's whatever works for you. This is a great thing to do to help your balance. If you've done ballroom dance, it's very similar to when you draw the box. All right, we're going to return to our right leg being our base. Wiggle around if you need. And we're going to mix it up. We're actually going to go backwards. So with our left foot now, we're going to go that forward and back. Let it stay back there. And we're going to go side to side, moving that foot. Again, you can slide the toes. You can lift and bend the knee. It can be a small movement. And then see if you can make a full C shape all the way to the front. It can be small. It can be more like a box if you need it to be. And then letting it come to the middle and down. Other leg. Go forward and back. And then you do your side to side. And then the C shape to the front, all the way to the back. Again, you can draw the box. You make it shorter. You can keep the foot closer. Letting everything come to the center and down. Doing that type of exercise daily, or at least every couple days, is really going to help your brain to refunction and remember what balance is for you. We tend to forget that our feet are very important for our balance. It's not just what your brain is thinking, and it's not just your leg placement, but it's also how do your feet handle being on the surfaces. So when you practice this, I had a couple students a few years ago through the Center Club taking these same classes. I came once a week, and they both had, it was a couple, they both noticed that when they were walking, they felt unstable. They took my classes for a couple months, and then they went for a hike at Door County. They were hiking around all these routes and everything like that. They didn't even realize they were walking on the routes until they got done, and they were sitting there taking a break, and they're like, wow, we would not have been able to do this before because our balance was so off. They realized that they had reprogrammed their brain. They knew how to weave. When they got back on the trail after taking a break, they realized how they were sidestepping, gently rolling with the curves of the roots and the path, that they somehow felt like they had reprogrammed themselves to be able to move, not just with nature, but with themselves. They noticed that they didn't stumble, they didn't trip anymore. So they came back to class a couple weeks later and told everybody about it. I've had other people that have had really bad balance. They were former dancers and they tried their dancing things, and this is very similar to dance. But what they were forgetting was that they don't need to force themselves into doing something that they used to be able to do. You may get there again, but you're always beginning again. You're always a beginner. Even the master, even the teacher is a beginner. And we have to go over those things or we lose the point of why we're doing it. So try not to judge yourself. Try not to compare yourself to me or anyone else or any video you've seen. This is about your practice. So even if you feel really good one day and the next day it doesn't feel like it's flowing for you, please don't judge yourself, all right? So we're going to incorporate that type of movement now that we've gotten our balance to feel like it's doing something in our body. We're going to start doing the leg lifts. This is what we did last week. Right knee is going to be my base. You can start on the same leg if you want. You don't have to. Coming up to the toes. Squaring the hips. Make sure that your hips feel level. Try not to dip one up or down, which I used to be very bad at doing. Squeeze those inner thighs a little bit. Base leg is bent. Pointing the toes. And then we're going to keep the toes down. This is where it's a little different than yoga. Yoga, we tend to flex the foot. In a lot of Tai Chi, we let the foot come down. We're going to squeeze those inner thighs and lift the leg using both inner and outer leg as well as top and bottom. Lower it back down. It doesn't have to go as high as mine. Press a hand into that thigh. Try to push it down as you're trying to press your thigh in towards that hand. Feel like both top and bottom muscles have to work. All right. Squeeze your inner thighs, press that hand. Use your other hand if you can, and try to push your outer leg towards that hand as well. And come back down. Now try it without the hands. All right. Let's let that leg have a rest. And let's do the other one. Base leg is the left leg. Point the toes, squeeze those inner thighs. If you want to use your hand movement to try to feel that. Do about 3 or 4 lifts if you can. Good. And let that come down. And we're going to use our hands holding that chi ball. So in the form, I'm going to show you where we're going to be going with this. We'll be picking up and actually extending the leg out, bringing it back and coming down. So what we're going to do today is gather that chi in that ball. We're going to help like a puppet, bring that leg up. You can come to the toe if that feels better to you. You don't have to lift the leg all the way. And then we're going to slide the foot forward. You can point the toe. You can put the heel down if that feels better to you. And then bring it back and down. Let's do the other one. Toe, point or heel, bring in and down. First leg. Second leg, when you're ready. One more time. Keep breathing. I know you're like, one more thing, geez. Good, let everything relax. All right, we're going to incorporate everything that we've done today. It's okay, you don't have to remember it all. I'm going to say what we're going to do, and part of it, you're going to realize that your body's already remembering because we've been repeating it slowly. It feels natural to the body now. So we're going to start in that horse stance, slightly bent knees, gentle hands, lift the earth. Breathe in all the way into the heart. Breathe out. Breathing back into the heart. Pushing the mountain. Breathing in and down. Scooping up the hands, breathing in, taking it up overhead and down through the center. Breathe out. Breathe in, crisscross. Breathe out, twisting tree trunk. Breathing in to the center. Breathing out, twisting tree trunk. Breathing in, center. Breathing out, hands gently come down. Breathing in, wrists lead up and front. And down to the sides. Gathering that ball, weaving it side to side, up through the dantians, letting it settle in the middle. Inhale, we're going to lift that left leg. Exhale, let it extend. Bringing it back in and down. Other leg, in, extend, bring it back in and down. Grabbing that chi ball, we're going to go to the side and around our right and back to the center. Let's go to the left side, breathing in. And down. Good. Press that chi ball forward. Toes, heels, center. C shape with the left foot. Out in front and around. And then all the way around if you want. And then return to the middle. Let's do the right side. And down. Let your hands relax. Breathing in and out, open position. You can stay standing or you can sit. We're going to do a little bit of a meditation. We're going to be going through our dantians. So the middle dantian, or the lower dantian, the middle dantian, and the upper dantian. As I said, you can sit or stand, open position. If you're standing, make sure your knees are bent, tailbone down. Seated, same thing, tailbone down. Rolling the shoulders back. Letting the head be gentle above the shoulders. Eyes are soft and relaxed. And let your throat relax. Let it soften as if you're trying to fog up glass. You may need to yawn. You may need to stretch that. And then settle in. Maybe you even need to stick out your tongue. And relax. Feeling the breath as it goes all the way down to your low dantian, down towards the floor of your pelvis. Breathing in and out through this lower dantian, the navel area. Not just the physical breath, but also seeing or feeling as if you can breathe through all of the organs, muscles, bones that surround this lower dantian. And then focusing on the middle dantian, the heart area, the chest. Same thing, breathing in and out as if you can breathe from every pore, organ, bones, muscles. Yawning is normal. And then coming to the upper dantian around the brain, the third eye. Breathing in and out, Breathing from the brain, the skull, the hair, all the tissues. And then imagining that you can breathe from the entire body, all of the skin, all of the muscles, even the tips of the hair are breathing in and out, tips of the eyelashes. Your nails are breathing in and out. And finding that very center of yourself, wherever you feel or sense that, or think about it. Feeling at home there. If your eyes were closed, slowly allowing them to open and adjust to the light. Maybe you wiggle the eyes around, moving them, blinking, wiggling fingers and toes, stretching and moving in any kind of motion that feels good to you. And to close off our Tai Chi practice, stand comfortably. Bring your hands up by your sides, palms face down, and breathe out, signaling that you're done with your Tai Chi and QiGong practice at the moment. Honoring all the instructors and students that have come before you, present and future. Soft left hand, soft fist with the right, and a slight bow to honor all of them, thanking them for their wisdom. Thank you for joining me for Tai Chi. Again, my name is Haley Hinson. My business is Sacred Lotus Heart, if you ever get curious. And thank you again to the Cook and Aspen Library for providing these classes for everyone. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask away, or you can put it in the chat box. If you have further questions, you can also email me. My email would be found in the confirmation email that you had received when you got your Zoom link. Let's see. Gut health and digestion. We would have been doing the, if you're talking about earlier for today versus another class, we did twisting tree trunk. So anything that is twisting, it can be soft. It doesn't have to be a big movement, but anything that is a soft, gentle twist, which you can do the twisting tree trunk. You can do like we did last week, where you go side to side a little quicker. You can do gentle twists sitting in a chair, like we do in our chair yoga. We do that a lot. You can join that tomorrow. You can also do this lying down and let your knees drift to a side, or you can even lay on your belly and press into the floor and let your heart lift while your hips are on the floor. So anything that is a soft, gentle motion is the action through the Tai Chi practice. For our QiGong, remember when we used to do our movements with our hands? That's going to help digestion as well. So if you look down, your hands are always going to go to the left first, down, to the right, up, in a circular motion. This also helps babies with colic. So it's the same action. That helps with gut health as well. All right, does anyone else have any other questions?
Yes, Haley, I have a question.
Yeah.
I emailed you because I haven't been getting anything in terms of your newsletters or mail, and
Okay.
I just get a message that it didn't go through. I could go to your YouTube and subscribe there. Would that be the same thing?
Well, the YouTube is just going to have the videos. It's not going to. It doesn't link to the email. So, do you want to get just the info about these classes for the library, or do you also want to get other info on things that I teach and things that I do?
Anything to do with Tai Chi.
Anything to do with Tai Chi?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know why.
Well, I can add you, or sometimes one of the easiest ways Just go ahead and email me at haley@sacredlotusheart.com.
Yeah, I did that, and then I get a
Okay.
message that it didn't go through,
Okay.
and I
All
haven't
right.
received any. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Why don't you, in the chat box, do a private message and send me your email and the full spelling of your first and last name, and I'll go into my email list and make sure that you're there. And I'll do that right after class.
Thank you.
So,
And I also like to thank Kathy because she told me about your class.
aw, thank you, Kathy. Was that Louie?
I'm sorry, but where's the chat?
The chat. Are you on a computer or an iPad? What are you on?
I see it.
Okay.
So it says chat.
All right.
You did
Yeah, and then
earlier.
it'll say send to everyone. You can click that and you can choose just Haley Hinson, the host. And then that'll come just to me, so not everybody sees your email if you don't want them to. So, you're welcome.
Haley?
You're welcome. Yes.
What's the name of the music you're playing? It's very lovely.
It's a mixture of music. I have some music by Spirit Spa, and then I have some from a flute album that I had found years ago actually at Walmart, you know, the Soundscape CDs. Actually, I think that is called Soundscapes. The piece that's playing right now is from there. This is actually an African tune. And then I had some music from the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
So this
And
isn't something we can buy.
you can. I would have to compose a list of what all of these are, which I can do. I'm going to make note of that, and I'll make a note of the album and the artists that I use in this playlist. And then you guys can find it either on YouTube or iTunes or Amazon and be able to purchase them. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll do that, and I'll make sure to put that in the chat box next week.
Okay. It's very
All right.
beautiful.
Yeah, I love these pieces. That's why I chose them. It's what I practice too.
Yes.
So I'm sharing my practice playlist.
I like everything. I like the flute, the whole thing. It was just it went very well too with what you were teaching, I thought. And thank you so much for the balance exercises. They are wonderful.
Good. We are going to be continuing with those. And
That's
you can
very
practice
helpful.
them anytime. You can do it when you're doing dishes. You can do it when you're just standing outside. It's one of those things that doesn't look weird when you're doing it. So, yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. I'm doing dishes a lot, it seems, so
Yes,
I could
and
try
practice
that.
it in different footwear too, because our bodies get used to wearing certain types of shoes and certain pitches because of our heels. Even tennis shoes have a heel lift most of the time. So sometimes practicing this in different footwear will help the body to reprogram how to balance again.
Oh, okay. I could try that. All right. Thank you for the
You're
suggestion.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. All right. Does anyone else have any questions or like to share about their class today? I'm glad Donna felt great. Oh yes, that was Lamont. I don't know where he is now. So yes, my friend who helps with the video at this particular location, he has two dachshunds, Ted and Lamont. The black one is Lamont. Ted is a little camera shy, which is funny because he's all about him. So, but when the camera turns on, he goes and lays underneath the camera. But Lamont likes to assist with the chair yoga classes and with the Tai Chi classes. Yes. Aw, I'm sorry, Kim, about your loss. Yeah, it's hard when you lose your pups or any of your critters. So if you ever need support, let me know. Just reach out. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign off, make note of my music, and the ones that had sent me your email and your info, I will make sure that you are in the newsletters, or at least getting the library info from me. If you feel like you need to contact me and you can't remember my email, just go to sacredlotusheart.com. There's a contact button and you can contact me that way, or you can find me on social media. So there's lots of ways to get a hold of me. And you can also get a hold of me through the YouTube, but I don't look at those messages as often as I do the others. So have a great day.